It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Pass to Carter. Down it goes, jamming that one home. Now the Grizzlies with it. Conley with it. Gay right side. From down low, Conley. Pocket six. Right side, Conley. Shot denied. Down low, Carter with it. And bench Carter again.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Outside Conley. Gay outside. Gay left side. Out to Conley. Knocks it loose. One-on-one fast break. Pass to DeRozan. Leads him in there. Here's Carter. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. That's good. He has 6. And so it's Memphis with it. 6-point game. Outside Conley. Gay. And here they come. Here's Valanciunas. Back to DeRozan. Shoots from 8. And again, it's Toronto converting.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Lowry brings the double. Pass to Gasol. Back to Gay. Gay right side. 5 to shoot. The step back jumper is good. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey.
Outside Lowry. Up top Leonard. Back to Lowry. Offensive rebound.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Carter outside. Here's Valanciunas. That's good. So it's the Grizzlies now, trailing here by 8. Pass to Gasol. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Outside Lowry. DeRozan with it.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Conley with it. And that one's good.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Here's Valanciunas. Here's Valanciunas. 13 feet away. Conley left side. There's the block. Now DeRozan. And here's Lowry. Carter outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 9 points in the game so far.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
There's the pick. Now here's Conley. Gay outside. Shot from the wing. Here's Gasol. Right through the knee for the layup.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Shoots from the high post. Misses off the right iron. Memphis trailing here. Now here's Gay. Shot is off. Lowry with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Back to Leonard. A three ball. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. And the Grizzlies with possession here. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Lowry. Right side Lowry. Carter. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 11 points in the game. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Here's Conley. Gay outside. Gasol. Baseline J on the way. Now here's Gasol. And another miss by Memphis. Raptors with the lead. Pass to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lowry with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Carter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. He's got 14.
Well, he's in a groove right now. The touch is flowing. 6 of 6 from the field.
Now Conley. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Off his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. Abdur Rahim. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Gay. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Now Lowry. Pass to Carter. Doubled by Conley. Valanciunas inside. Here's Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. And the shot is good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And here's Conley. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Gay right side. Gay right side. And good on the basket. Book it. And here comes Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Pass to Leonard.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And here's Gay. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Now, here is McGrady. Shot clock at 6. And he misses his first shot.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Stolen away. And they're pushing it up. Jumper off the screen. That's good.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow him down.
And here's Bibby. Pass to Battier. Back to Bibby. Now Battier. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. That's good.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Toronto with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Van Vliet. McGrady. And the three off target.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Pass to Bibby. Here's Battier. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Van Vliet knocks down the three ball. He's got 5. Pass to Bibby. Dives for it. Snatched away. McGrady with the ball. And that one's good. McGrady. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. 11-point game. It's back to Battier. Wells. It's back to Battier. Just 4 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. Shot is no good. Van Vliet. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. Here comes Bibby. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Posey drills it from outside.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
Here's the Raptors with the ball. 10-point lead. Inside. Here's McGrady. Soft touch off the glass.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Now, here is Bibby. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
And here are the Raptors now with 1 on the clock. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Raptors. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have. Pass to Battier. Back to Anthony. From deep. Shot is blocked. Now here's Stoudemire. 6 to shoot. Siakam. The Grizzlies pull it in.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Williams, that's good. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Pass to Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. Now Williams. Anthony with it. Anthony right side. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
Stoudemire with the ball. Here's Christie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Clock at 6. Stoudemire outside. Shot is off. Right side, Williams. Pass to Anthony. Back to Williams. And here is Anthony. Now, here is Battier. He's got 6. Randolph in the posts. to the middle. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Here's Gasol. Pass to Anthony. Williams. Back to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Christie with the rebound. Stoudemire with the ball. Now Stoudemire. Gasol with the steal. Outside Williams. Pass to Anthony. Here's the three. Good. He has 6.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Back to Stoudemire. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. That's good.
I'll tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
And here comes Anthony. 6 points for him. Outside Williams. Pass to Gasol. A jump hook. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Stoudemire with the ball. Here's Christie. Back to Stoudemire. Goes up on the high post. And the jumper is on the mark. Here's Williams. Back to Gay. Outside Anthony. Abdur-Rahim. Stoudemire with the ball. Stoudemire right side. Pass to Christie. Sinks the three-pointer. Here's Williams. Outside Anthony. Back to Williams. Gay right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Carter. It's rebounded by Memphis. Now Gay. He's got 5. Pass to Anthony. Hands it from downtown. He's got 9.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Carter right side. Poked away and stolen by Gay. Now Williams. Pass to Anthony. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Here's Stoudemire. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Valanciunas. Shot from 12. And he gets it to go.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Outside Williams. Back to Gay. Gay right side. Just 5 to shoot. Cannot hit. Here's Valanciunas. Stoudemire outside. Pass to Leonard. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Outside Conley. Gay with it. Now here's Gay. Ball's knocked loose. Abdur-Rahim. Abdur-Rahim. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Pass to DeRozan. And again, it's Toronto converting. Here's Conley looking for his first basket still in this one. Now here's Gay. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Just 5 on the clock. Jacks up a three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number one for this defense.
Here's DeRozan. Pass to Leonard. Got a piece of it. And here is Conley. Now here's Gay. And that one's good by Gay. He's got 10.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. He's up against Gasol. And it's Carter missing. Now here's Gay. He's got 10. Outside Conley. Pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Again Memphis. Raptors with the lead. Lowry with the ball. And the Raptors call time here. Off the inbound pass. Blocked. Memphis with the ball. Conley with it. Back to Conley. Gay outside. 5 on the clock. Abdur-Rahim. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Off the inbound. Conley gets the bucket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Here's Lowry. Back to Carter. From outside the arc. The Raptors rebound. Goes back up. In deep. Leonard drops it in.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Now Conley. Pass to Gasol. Outside Conley. 6 to shoot. Shot from free throw range. And it's Memphis with another.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Here's Lowry. Carter with it. Back to Lowry. Now Carter. Pass to Lowry. Now DeRozan. 4 on the shot clock. And here's DeRozan. That's good. He's got 6. Outside Conley. Rudy Gay on the wing. Banked in off the glass. Here's Lowry. They set the screen. Pass to Carter. Tipped away. Stolen by Michael Conley. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Vince Carter really making a difference here. Now here's Conley. Gay left side. Floats one up, and that one's good. He's got 14. Now here is Lowry. There's the screen. Carter outside. That's tipped. Outside Lowry. Carries the long-range jumper.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Pass to Gay. And here is Gasol. Oh, good from Gasol.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Now here's Gay. Gay can't get it to go. Outside Lowry. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Here's left. Shot clock at 2. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Vince Carter. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Now here's Conley. And a jam by Rudy Gay. Lowry with the ball. 6 points for him. Back to Carter. Here's Valanciunas. They get it again. Pass to Lowry. Carter outside. No good on the 3.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Abdul-Rahim, the feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. 6 points for him. Raptors with the lead. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. DeRozan. DeRozan's shot is good.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Now Conley. Pass to Gay. Gasol with it. Kicks it out to Gay. That misses, and a chance to tie it there.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Gasol backing down. Second chance shot. The shot is off. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Pass to DeRozan. Leonard. Now here is Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's DeRozan.
They've been unable to find the bottom of the net from the outside here in the second half like they did in the first half. And that's a concern. That's a big part of who they are, the three-point shot.
Gay outside to tie. And Michael Conley good for 3. He's got 7. Here's Toronto. Here's Lowry. He has 6. Pass to DeRozan. That's a floater go. And here's Gay. They set the pick. Gay left side. And here is Conley. Conley left side. Gay outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Blocked. But they'll get another chance. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Lowry with the ball. Pass to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. The 3. The shot misses.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass, but it hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Gay outside. Now here's Gasol. Here's Gay. Now Conley. Releases. Conley left side. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Outside Lowry. Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Now here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Abdur Rahim. Pass to Randall. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Lowry with the ball. He's got 6. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. They set the pick. Abdur Rahim. Shot's good by Gay.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now Lowry. Carter outside. To the paint. Davis. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Bibby. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Now McGrady tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. Siakam. It's rebounded by Randolph.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Battier. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And here is McGrady. Van Vliet. No good. Now, here is Battier. 6 points for him. Takes the 3, and that one's good. He's got 9.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Van Vliet. Van Vliet. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Bibby with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Randolph inside. Pass to Battier. It's up a 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. Toronto trailing. Now McGrady. There's the 3. Can't hit. Here's Battier. And he uses the glass on the layup. 14 points for him. Toronto calls timeout. Van Vliet. Here's McGrady. It's rebounded by Randolph.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Posey. Memphis the rebound. Back to Bibby. Pass to Battier. Good on the three-point shot. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Here's McGrady, and here is Davis. To stop the run, it's rebounded by Randolph.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Clock at 6. Now, here's Bibby. Steps back and fires. Again, Memphis.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And the Raptors call time here. Grizzlies making a switch here. Here's McGrady. And here's McGrady. Siakam. And he gets the bucket. 6 points for him.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Now, here's Bibby. Back to Randolph. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. Van Vliet. Here's Williams. Now, here is Bibby. Now, Battier. For the 3. Back to Bibby. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Grizzlies. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And it's the Raptors ball, trailing by 10. Siakam drains it from beyond the arc.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Pass to Battier. Here's Randolph. Valanciunas is there. Good on the 13-footer. And here are the Raptors now. Stoudemire with the ball. Here's Christie. Shot clock at 6. Siakam. That's good.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Anthony up on top. Pass to Battier. Now here's Randolph. Left side Randolph. A stupendous finish in traffic.
And Steve, he knows how to get himself on the highlight reel with some of those dunks, but it's not just for show with him. It's an injection of energy for his team and for the crowd.
Back to Stoudemire. Pass to Christie. From downtown, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Williams. And here's Randolph. Right side Randolph. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Siakam. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
Back to Anthony. Pass to Randolph. Working on Stoudemire. Goes up low. And again, it's Zach Randolph.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Back to Stoudemire. Stoudemire left side. The tray. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Memphis leading. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now Williams. Back to Randolph. Right side Randolph. Battier. And he makes good on the layup. 19 points in the game. Here's Stoudemire. Pass to Christie. Launches a 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Williams. Left side Williams. Here's Randolph. 6 to shoot. A baseline J. And it's Memphis with another.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Here's Stoudemire. Pass to Christie. Here's the lob to the hoop. And here is Anthony. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Van Vliet gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Outside Anthony. Battier. Just 3 to shoot. Well, misses, and he wants that one back. Now here's Stoudemire. Pass to Christie. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Williams. Randolph with the ball. And here is Battier. 6 on the shot clock. Fires, high post. The shot no good. Toronto trailer. Pass to Christie. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Randolph. Williams up on top. Takes the lead pass. Battier down low. Leaps for it. Can't get it to go. So it's Toronto now. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Conley with it. Abdur-Rahim makes good on the step-back jumper.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
Here's Lowry. DeRozan with it. Unloads from 13. Valanciunas inside. Slams it back in. Here's Conley. Pass to Gay. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Now Lowry. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And stolen by Gay. Now here's Conley. Back to Gay. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gasol. Gay. Hits it from three-point range. 21 points in the game.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Now here is Lowry. Now here's DeRozan. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Gay with it. to Conley. Pass to Gay. Gay right side. Here's Gasol. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And here's Lowry. Back to Carter. No one near him. Pass to Gay. Off target with his three. There's the triple. They grab their own miss. And Gasol gets it to go.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team.
Here is Carter. Pass to Lowry. There's a good screen. Back to Carter. Fires for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Memphis leading. Now here's Conley. Now Gay. Rudy Gay on the wing. Gasol throws it down with the quick putback jam. Lowry with the ball. Pocket six. Makes it off the glass. And here comes Gay. Here's Conley. Back to Gay. 6 to shoot. Pass to Gasol. That's good. Now here is Lowry. Takes it out to Leonard. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Carter on D. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Abdur-Rahim. Outside Conley. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Siakam. That three off the mark. So no problem for Zach Randolph.